aking impormasyon na natanggap, ito po ay binabayaran itong mga reactors ng 7,000 a month. Napansin ko rin kasi si Yusek Claire Castro, pag siya po ay nagsasalita, lagi siyang on the defensive tone. Looking at the budget of the PCO proper, the fluctuations are rather large. From 493 million in 2023, it reached nearly 90% to 933 million in 2024, only to be cut to 695 million in 2025. And now, the PCO is requesting a 954 million budget for 2026. This rather yo-yo or fluctuating budgeting makes it impossible to track long-term strategies. Could you kindly explain to us what new urgent mandate justified the nearly doubling of your budget in a single year?
Thank you for this opportunity to explain what you have described, Your Honor, as the yo-yo budget. I was informed that the budget in 2024 was significantly reduced because of the low utilization rate in 2024. Unfortunately, the budget went down after that. But based on the 2025 budget, what we are proposing right now for 2026 is really more aligned to the 2024 level and consistent with the programs that we have initiated in 2024. Plus, not to mention the fact that we are looking at a very important year for this administration next year. We are about to host the ASEAN next year, and this will require a lot of communications support from our agency and our attached agencies, and just restoring it to about the level of 2024 will enable us to cope with the responsibilities and the tasks ahead of us in 2026.
The bulk of the increase was in PCO's maintenance and other operating expenses, which grew to 689 million. Meanwhile, PCO's 2026 performance targets for 2026, such as disseminating 3,350 new news releases, are identical to PCO's 2024 targets, despite requesting an even higher operations budget. How can PCO justify a higher budget when PCO's own targets remain stagnant? Is the PCO simply asking for more money to do the same amount of work?
Again, thank you for allowing us to clarify